Keep all this to heavy is the head. I see the boat throwing. I'm too full with it. I gotta keep going. Kobe with the wins. You niggas just Ginobili. You winning only cause of me. Let's keep the ball rolling. No disrespect, Slim. Where is your check, Slim?
Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I'm, of course, your host, @MeWasHere. We got a good one for you tonight. I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves and we can go ahead and get started.
I'm Gigi. You can find me at Nobody That Important _ and at Shop Body Butter Baby on Instagram.
That's all right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That's all right. Yeah.
That was good. That was really solid.
Hey man, cheers. Yeah, it's good to be back, man. Peace, family. Yeah, let's rap, ladies. What's going on with y'all?
Feel blessed. Highly favored.
Highly flavor.
Now I think like I'm feeling good. You know, hiccups in life always, but I'm feeling at peace. And I know I'm feeling good because I'm getting fat. Like I'm getting
Same.
That happy weight is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So
happy weight.
Back in the gym immediately. So that's how I know. Like I looked in it and I said, wait a minute.
Having too much fun. Yeah. Got one more vacation in me.
Girl. And of course I'm going to see Hope in September. So I'm like, damn, like I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get it right. I gotta get it right, get it tight. But I'm feeling good. I really am. Like best I felt in a really long time.
That's great.
Right,
I love that.
yeah.
I love that.
For sure. How you feeling, Chaz? You been gone. Good to see you.
Yeah.
What
Word, Gigi?
Word.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know?
You know what? Typically, I would like maybe edit this out, but
No,
I don't think we should keep it.
Yeah, keep that
I'm gonna
shit.
keep it. Chaz,
No,
Gigi,
yeah.
how y'all doing?
I'm blessed. I'm just, gaining weight. I was a little happy.
Heard and felt.
Yeah, But life is grand. Life is grand. I got a job. You know what I'm saying? I got a roof over my head.
Cheers to that.
And I'm gonna get my hair done soon. So everything is just really falling into place,
Amen.
That's right.
Amen. Same.
But Chaz, you've been gone for like 8 years. I haven't
Just gonna stretch it, but no, man. It's good to be back. I'm cool though. I be busy, man. Just, I'm sorry, y'all. I be moving, ripping and running in and out of town, just doing what I do. So, I'm blessed though, man. I'm just on a mission. Y'all know me, man. I be on a mission to really kind of help do what I can to save our people, do what we do behind the scenes or whatever. So, that's the purpose. That's the mission. So that's all, what I'm on.
We need
Bless. Speaking of rappers who have not saved our people.
Respect.
Segue.
That's a good way how she framed it, though.
There's something else I was gonna say, but I'm not. But it starts with an A. Actually, it starts with an M and ends with an A. And he was a part of it.
Starts with an M.
I can get into
an
it.
A.
Ends with an A.
Could be a lot of things, right? Would it help if I said there was a G somewhere in there?
It still wouldn't help. Ends with an A. A rapper?
No. It's an affiliation. Think of it that way.
It got a G in there.
Yep. Really
The
think
G's
about
throw me off.
it. Starts with an M.
Oh, okay.
M.
Yeah, okay.
There's a G in it.
Oh, okay. It's political.
Why you had to say it, Joe?
And that's
You blew me.
she made me guess. You know what I'm saying?
You blew the shit out of me.
So play Jeopardy.
Nah, but
See what I'm saying?
you're right. Play stupid games with stupid prizes. That's on me. But nah, for real. Like, we've gotten a lot of commentary over the last couple of days concerning a post that I put up. I feel like that's what people are misunderstanding here. Like some nigga posted this to like embarrass me. Them niggas were guests on my show. So let's start there. But there were some very first of all, there were some crazy comments under there. Some of them were pretty funny. A lot of them were pretty funny, actually. Most of them were critical, which I'm fine with. I post things very specifically. And so I have a pretty good idea of what could ignite conversation. And the reality is that there's a level of sensationalism in a lot of what I say, but the core of it is always true. And so at the end of the day, I know there were some people that were very unhappy with my comments about Lil Wayne and my saying that he's not one of the GOATs.
Oh,
and,
man.
I would like to clarify nothing. Fuck y'all niggas. I don't care what y'all think about nothing. You ain't changed shit over here, baby. I'm still out here. Let me tell you something. Realistically speaking, right? So let's clarify this, because everybody's thought was like, well, who's her GOAT, right? So let's talk about that. Who do I think are the greatest rappers of all time? I think while Wayne falls in, honestly speaking, right? No sensationalism, no hype. I think Wayne falls within like maybe the top 20 rappers of all time. From the start of hip hop to this very moment. I think he falls easily in the top 20, but I don't think he gets anywhere near the top 10 in my mind. So, Chaz, you say Wayne is in your top 10, right?
What number is he? If we go on,
no. Don't do it like that. Okay. You saying that Wayne is in your top 10. Yeah. Where exactly, like, what does the top 10 look like, top to bottom?
The name and names or the criteria?
Nah, I don't care about the criteria. The names. That's it. We wrapping this shit up, D.
All right, here go my Pop, Nas, Biggie, Jay, Kanye. It gets dicey after that.
Exactly. Because you know what's crazy?
Wayne is in there.
His top 5 is the exact same as my top 5. It's the same.
Wayne is it? Okay, cool. Wayne is, but he's top 10 now because it gets dicey because that 5 spot, me being unbiased, I have to put Kanye up to his impact, right? But now being unbiased again, Wayne impact. He's a tree for a lot of what you see today. Even if it's negative, cool. But even Kanye was a tad bit influenced. That's that era.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? So you talk about longevity, mixtape dominance, commercial success, cultural impact, the lyrics, the wordplay, the albums, all of that. Wayne, he just got it. He's just a bunch of Wayne babies here. So by default,
okay,
he's in top 10 because anybody else you name don't have that amount of impact Wayne has. I can argue Wayne has more cultural impact than a Jay.
Okay.
Than a Nas.
Okay.
Right? So by that standard alone, you in there because you just look at the world. Everybody tatted up dreads. Everybody's Wayne. Lil
just
Wayne
not
clone.
Top 5 probably, but top 10 for sure.
But, and in some cases, you can argue that too.
Yeah. Depending on who the person is.
Depending on who you're talking to. But realistically, unbiased, I'm gonna give Kanye that one.
Yeah, because I think if I was doing top 5, I wouldn't say Kanye. I would probably replace him with Wayne.
And that's why.
And that's my personal opinion.
Sometimes my 5 is debatable, depending on my mood.
Yeah,
that 5 spot debatable.
And here's the thing, right? A lot of what came up in the comments concerning that specifically was like, well, you can't put Ye above Wayne because like Ye didn't write all of those lyrics. Right. And it's like, if he's not the true architect of the lyricism, even if he's the architect of everything outside of it concerning the music, the packaging, the promotion, the tours, right? Because really, Ye is the blueprint for a lot of what you see in terms of these tour structures. The Glow in the Dark tour is the blueprint for a shit ton of everything that you see now. And we're not just talking about in hip hop. We're talking your Taylor Swifts. We're talking your Ariana Grandes. He is the blueprint for what an arena-based tour looks like that goes off. So I hear what you're saying, right? And like all bias, like all hatred for you niggas in the comments aside, this is the truth. Without question, Wayne's impact is like can never be overstated.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing, right? So people heard the sensational response that John solicited, but there was a piece before that everybody seems to have ignored, which is I understand Wayne's dominance, right? For a very significant period of time. We're talking maybe 2008 to like 2000, I would give him 12 or 13, which was like Wayne's era. But there was a lot of good music, huge artists selling records, getting number ones too in that same era. This is also the time of the recovery and detox with Eminem. This is also the time of like that period of time. Ye came out with Graduation, 808s, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Jay came out with American Gangster also within that time period. So when you start discussing with me what dominance looks like in the era that Wayne was most dominant in my mind, there are 3 artists already above him in that list. Because the fact that American Gangster, which to me is one of the best Jay-Z albums ever, came out at the same time, that was like within a year of A Milli. So when you're talking about like Wayne, one of Wayne's biggest records ever, A Milli and Lollipop, American Gangster came out around that same time. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which I think is one of Ye's greatest projects ever, comes out in this same era. Recovery and Detox sold almost 100 million records. When you talk about dominance, to whom? And this is no. Well, we're gonna finish this one. Well, no. We're gonna finish this.
You can get that American Gangster out of my face. There, you talk about dominance because A Milli stumps that one.
Commercially, yeah, commercially it stomps American Gangster, but is it better? Shawty wanna fuck. Vibes in the club. This is not for commercial usage. Please don't categorize this as music. Please don't compare me to other rappers. Compare me to trappers. I'm more Frank Lucas than Ludacris. And Luda's my dude. I ain't trying to diss. Like Frank Lucas is cool, but I ain't trying to snitch. I'm gonna follow the rules no matter how much time I'm gonna get. I'm gonna live and die with the decisions that I'm gonna pick. A Milli was better than that.
I can't take
you niggas sound crazy to me. This is the thing.
That album that beat that one.
You niggas are so gone by his influence on you. Cause Chaz, I saw you back in the day. You had dreads and all that shit, all the big gin. He was just like them niggas. You niggas have taken your personal influence from Wayne. And yeah, there's influence all across the industry. There's a lot of little baby Waynes that's coked up and leaned up. He's responsible for a lot of things. A lot of things that y'all are choosing to ignore. But at the end of the day, when you take Wayne's most dominant era commercially, because all these niggas talking about like the numbers don't seem to matter when it applies to your favorites. You put Wayne in the same category as M and as Ye at that same point in time. He's not the most dominant. He had a couple #1 records and a couple #1 albums, but so did all of them.
That's why.
But he was only dominant for that period.
That's why I use mixtape dominant. I didn't say.
Here we go. Here we go with this shit nobody heard but y'all niggas. Here we go with this shit nobody heard but you.
Because that's who matters.
When you was wearing baby and wearing your dress shit.
So
you think to be like him and you think that makes him a goat. It does not.
Eminem in your top 5?
He ain't in my top 5.
Then what we talking about?
He ain't in my top 5.
That right there.
But I can name my top 5.
But I know you can. But Eminem not there. So that it don't matter about what you talking about. Is he in your
top 10?
I'm
broad in that.
Yeah, personally, of course not. But you know, if I'm being unbiased, I might have to put him there.
Yeah, if I'm being unbiased, he in the top 10.
Yeah.
But my top 5, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I don't care what nobody say. LL in my top 5.
LL who?
LL Cool J.
Bye.
I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Because I'm a historian when it comes to music. Chaz know that about me. So when you're talking about, I mean, everything in hip hop that you love, all of these ladies, man, you don't have Future, you don't have Drake, you don't have Cole, and a lot of the style, like when you look at like Officer, you don't have any of this if it's not for LL Cool J. He is the blueprint for everything you like in the music for the women.
Yeah.
So to not put him in the top, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, y'all niggas get so touchy about this shit. When the reality is I'm entitled to like or not like whoever I do or don't. Wayne is never going to be in my top 5. He's never going to be in my top 10. He makes my top 20. Because I do see the blueprint for Wayne everywhere. There was clearly an era where he was dominant. And obviously the nigga's talented.
Yeah.
You don't got Drake if you don't got Wayne. And that's your current GOAT if that's how you want to look at that. So it's no question of Wayne's dominance for a period of time. Yeah. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about my favorites, who I was listening to during that era, I wasn't walking around with dreads and baked jeans and BBC on, wanting to be this nigga like a lot of these fans were. Yeah. I stand by it. That his cultural impact specifically on our community is the reason y'all fight for him this way. And not because he was no lyrical genius. Yeah,
I mean, but
I've re-listened to a lot of that stuff. Granted, I ain't really gone back through the mixtapes. I don't care that much. I'm sorry. Maybe I should. But I've re-listened to a lot of old Wayne. I don't see the magic that y'all see. And I feel like for me, as a person who enjoys lyricism, there's a shit ton of LL Cool J songs. I could go back to doing it right now and that shit still go off for me.
For real?
Doing it still ring off for me.
No, doing it does. Doing it is kind of,
doing it still rings off.
Yeah, no.
This is
lyrically.
Boom. That shit still ringing off to me.
Yeah.
I feel like lounging. He wasn't saying shit on there, but I feel like the song. Nigga say, oh, so what you got the cash flow in escrow? Bam, your honey ran away like presto, alakazam. I mean, he was talking a lot of bullshit too. But it doesn't matter. Like,
is blowing.
all of our favorites have done that.
Yeah.
Jay's done that too.
Yeah.
Have you heard Sunshine? Ye's done that too. I ain't gonna say he messing around attack me personally, but you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say it. It was Donda. It wasn't good. I didn't like Donda. Did you like Donda?
You could say that loud. I didn't.
Did you bother to listen to it? No.
Did you listen to any of it?
Not like that. Not like that.
My point is, every GOAT has a bad album or a bad song or a bad something. You know what I mean?
But people praise that joint.
What?
Donda?
Donda?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You like what you like and you don't what you don't.
Mm.
At the end of the day, I respect Wayne as an artist. I respect him as a founder in this game. I respect his impact, which is clearly significant. There are 500 comments that say so. But at the end of the day, like, is he my top 20? Fuck no.
Mhm.
And I do think that there's a great deal, specifically in our community. Now, Wayne has a huge impact well outside of us. He was a pop artist for a significant period of time. And to some, maybe he still kind of is, right? But I think that, like, for our community specifically, the reason why niggas ride him the way that they do is because, like, he was who you wanted to be when you was young. That's who you was looking up to. That's who you wanted to be like.
They grew up with him.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like the nostalgia of the fact that he wasn't just a hip hop influence, that he wasn't just this great rapper, that he wasn't just this monstrous talent, but also that he was like a lot of niggas like idol.
It was.
There's a lot of idolatry happening. Like,
they can't leave him out.
Real talk. Like, and I'm peeping all of it. We spiritual people up here. I'm peeping all of the evil that's taking place in the comments. And it don't bother me. I think y'all are funny because most of y'all niggas are a joke. I've looked at every one of those profile pictures. So believe me, we're not worried about you up here. But like, I genuinely, like, I'm not entertaining that, and you're not going to sway me because you feel the way that you feel. I'm not weak-willed. I don't like him like the way that y'all do. He's not in my top 10,
and that's okay.
I think we ended that perfectly.
That was
good job,
great.
Gigi. Wonderful.
Because timing is everything. I love this for us.
Did we do good?
We did. We literally.
We did
on the dot.
Hey, so
it's like when she was like, "We're here." I was like, "This is going well." You did that.
All right.
Ate it.
I love it.
Segueing.
All right, moving on. So, anybody got an issue? I'm still right here, baby.
Meet us in the comments. Please meet us in the comments.
Like y'all always do.
Nowhere else, but definitely in the comments.
Y'all so cute in them comments. Keep it coming, boo. Yeah, I love it. I love it when you talk to me.
She's not joking.
Engagement's engagement. It doesn't matter.
This actually is good.
Negative or positive, honey bun. I've won the day. So thanks for all 500 of you.
I cannot.
Moving on.
Moving right along. Because I have something that I want to discuss.
I'm interested.
I feel like it's just us here because they weren't here. So it's just us. So I do have some topics that I want to discuss. I want to bring up because, we're people in the world. We're Black. And I feel like a lot of times we don't talk about certain topics in depth. So let's just kick it off, right?
Okay.
So when it comes to love, right? And this can be platonic, romantic, whatever. But do you think that you can, or someone can truly love you if they consistently misunderstand you?
Yeah.
You don't think that love is understanding?
No, I mean, maybe
because I feel like
when we say consistently, what does that mean?
So we always having these hangups. You're not understanding. You're not grasping the concept. You're not understanding in depth. You're just like very surface level, or their surface level. And it's like I'm trying to get us in the same book, the same chapter, the same sentence, and they just like different genre. Like they're just elsewhere.
Now I understand better.
And I feel like for me, I want to say that somebody who misunderstands me can love me, but I feel like it's more care, because I feel like love is a lot of things, right? It embodies patience. It embodies honesty. It embodies communication, like healthy things.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you understand somebody, that is when you love them.
Okay.
But if you don't understand me, I feel like maybe it's care.
Okay.
Maybe it's not that love yet.
Okay.
What y'all think about?
Now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
No, I do agree with that then. I think the thing about a man who I think really, really cares about you, right? Men, like these niggas talking about, oh, we don't chase, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
I think men pursue, right? The concept of chase, I think, is very childish in itself. So let's remove the term. But I think that men actively pursue what they want because they don't want any other man getting in the way. And so I think when a man like really cares about you, not when a nigga lusting after you,
right?
Not when he wants something out of it. But I think when a man genuinely cares about you, he makes a point to try to understand you.
Yeah,
he studies you.
Yeah, he's curious.
So I think like I'm just now learning all of this because I'm like experiencing some of it in real time.
Yeah,
and so I think I'm genuinely starting to grasp that like to love is to be understanding because I need to know what it's going to take to keep, maintain, and build it. And I think a person who is not interested in all that it takes to keep, maintain, and build something is doomed for failure, right? Let's take it out of the context of a relationship. If I'm starting a business, but I don't really know much about that particular industry or about the area that the business is going to sit in or like what the like long-term like return on investment that is going to be. I have to look that stuff up. I have to research. I have to figure it out. I have to try to understand it so I don't fail at this business. And I would be willing to do that so that I don't waste my initial investment and blow this whole thing up. And I think that your interest and consideration with a person is the same thing. And to me, the greatest form of consideration, I think that's what my hang up on it was. Because to me, the greatest form of love is consideration. I think somebody who considers you constantly and consistently is somebody that is making a point to show that they care about you. And I think really time is like the breaking point for everything, right? There's going to come a point in this situation where we're either growing together or apart. And it becomes more and more obvious over time to the point that like we can no longer ignore this and we're going to have to make a move one way or the other. So I think like the considerations that you're making on if we growing together and growing apart is somebody trying to understand you and grow with you and evolve with you and turn it into something that has longevity and communication, us like being aligned is all a part of that. Because who the hell want people somebody don't get along with or they feeling constantly like misunderstood or they're not feeling heard or they don't feel seen. Or, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
really an unhealthy thing that I've
that's
done.
gonna get old.
And it got old. And I feel like, thank God for growth and therapy. But it's like, I'm thankful to be where I am because I can see all of that very clearly. It's like I would never moving forward waste my time like I had before because it's like that's care. That's not love. The effort to understand and be one isn't really there, even in friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but also, I will say this.
What? Damn.
I think it's important to like love yourself so much that you're able to approach timelines realistically.
Yep. I
think like there's this vibe on the internet where it's like if they don't love me in 3 days, like this ain't for me type thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's really like
you like what?
You hear agreeing, right? That's because like that's a big thing on the internet. It's like that's a real that's a real section of the internet.
3 days?
Like if they ain't in love with me in 3 days, it ain't for me. I've seen that on my explore page for years. No. I've seen men saying it too. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen men post that.
I've seen women say that aloud. And I'm like, I would have kept that to myself.
Yeah.
But like, I could see if somebody was like, I could fall in love in 3 days. But like, if he don't love me back, like, how do you even know anything in 3 days?
You don't.
How do you know? Unless you cheating.
That's crazy.
Unless you cheating your way through, you can know. But Chaz, what you think?
I mean, y'all answered it. Really.
It's the same, right?
Yeah, for sure. You can't love something the real. You can't really love a person if you don't know the real. You know what I'm saying? It's just impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, on the surface, people will say, yeah, for sure. So y'all kind of answered it, so I ain't have really no pushback there.
No pushback, though.
I know, right?
I ain't got no
We
pushback
must be doing
there.
good.
Yeah, y'all doing good. But that's facts though. You gotta. But people will say yeah because they don't understand what love really is.
Yeah.
So, so if I take it spiritually, there, people swear they love Jesus but don't really know who He is. Because it's love is duty. Love really is struggle. So if I'm not gonna go in the battlefield with you, I don't really love you.
Yeah.
So what the thing is, it takes time to really get to know somebody year after year because it's the person itself still learning themselves.
That's right.
So it's a journey for sure. But at the core, if you know the person, then yes, you can love them. But you can fall in love with the idea of the person.
That's it. Yeah,
the potential,
the personality of the person for sure. But
you have
to really love
them.
you gotta be in the trenches. So,
yeah, sure.
If you don't really know that person for real, you don't really love them.
Exactly. I think like people confuse infatuation with love, and it's like there's this intense passion, and it feels a lot like love, and so it's very easy to misconstrue them when you don't know yourself.
But if one misunderstanding come, you gonna figure that shit out real quick.
It reveals I think the cracks in that passion, right? Because you can there are a lot of people who don't mind having sex with someone but don't want to actually like be with them in any way. It's people that's having sex with people that they don't want to go to dinner with. You know what I'm saying?
Go outside with
like you becoming one with a different one every night. And so I think that like the concept of love is escaping us. And I think a lot of the argument turns into like, oh, there's so many options, and Instagram creates this perception where availability is the same as access when it's not, right? And because you could DM Coco Jones or something, that means you think that you could. Like you think you could have that girl because you could send her a message, man.
Right.
And so I think like that misconstrued concept of like what people have available to them plays into a lot of people's argument of like, well, there's so many options and that's why people behave the way that they behave. And I don't think it's that. I think all of it boils down to character. I think there are a lot of people who have never had to develop character for various reasons, right? And I'm not blaming those people in every situation.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at like some pictures of Odell Beckham Jr. when he was young.
Really?
Right? I was like, oh my God, he's been handsome his entire life.
Oh, he seems like he's been a handsome kid too.
Like there are like women who've like never had an awkward phase. And there is pretty privilege that exists in the world. And a lot of times if you're more attractive, right, based on pretty privilege or handsome privilege or whatever you want to call that, there are like buffers in the world naturally created for you. Yep. Right? Like women know it, men know it. Like the world, the Red Sea's part a little bit depending on what you look like and what your talents are. Yep. People are willing to overlook a lot of things. And then don't let somebody who's attractive and also kind of witty and, kind of funny and like, oh, maybe he's kind of smart too. And like, oh, super fucking talented. Like there's like, they didn't have to develop morals in any of that. That's the reality. Yep. They were pampered and coddled their entire lives as kids because they was a cute little kid and weird aunties talking about, oh, he gonna be a heartbreaker and all that weird shit y'all be saying about children. I'm not getting into it, but you aunties need to get it together. And if you say that around my nephews, we have a motherfucking problem. But at the end of the day, there's that, right? You have these kids who like, oh, he's so cute, he gonna break hearts, you better watch him, and all that weird shit you be saying. So weird. Turns into like, oh, like now he's like the cute guy in high school, and he plays the sport. No, he's very good at that sport. No, colleges is looking, he got a future ahead of him. And then he gets to college, and it's like, man, this kid's going to the league. Oh, he's handsome and plays a sport. No, he's kind of cool too. He didn't have to think about consequence in any of this. And honestly, it's not about like, people break that down to like, oh, because a nigga be messing with girls, like he not a good person. No. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about the concept of consequence. No man is a man unless he's had to pay for action at some point. Yep. I don't give a fuck what y'all telling yourselves. Consequence is a part of what keeps people in line. Unless there's a certain level of moral aptitude. But even that is developed when you're young. That's why you don't spare the rod and spoil the child.
Or you're not supposed
You need discipline at various points of your life so that one, you're taught consequence. Also, that you're taught rejection so that you can handle it as you get older. If your first rejection is like a college admissions letter and you've never experienced rejection before you turn 17, it's going to do something to you. rejection, consequences, morality, principles. These are things that people need to be trained on. And there are people in the world who just haven't really had to deal with it for lots of reasons, but also I think like pretty privilege is a part of it.
It is.
So I think like the real issue is like people got to get their like moral obligations in line. Like, what do you care about?
Yeah.
What do you value? Who are you when no one's watching? Who are you when you think there's no consequence? And honestly, I really felt like the comments under the Lil Wayne post brought me into that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, niggas say the craziest things.
Yep. No consequences.
Yeah, like it's a nigga
free speech
under
here,
that post who was like, this is why we didn't vote for Kamala. What?
Mhm.
Over a comment about Lil Wayne?
Niggas don't have mothers?
For real?
Why would you say
And I'm
that?
going to post this on the podcast and tag you. You niggas that said this wild shit, I'm including you today. I want you to know that. You have to change these page names when I'm done. Because you need consequence. Y'all are boys whose fathers went out to get milk and never came back. And so you think you can talk to me any type of way. No, sweetie, I have a father. And I understand that men need consequence. So I'm going to give you some. And we'll see how it goes.
And that is a great segue to my
But that's real.
question.
There's a lot of people say wild stuff on the internet like nobody
Don't got no
can't touch them.
consequence,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I'm behind this computer, safe and sound. Are you? You sure?
The IP
There's
address
no
is
information on that
probably
page
public.
that would tell me anything about
Right.
you.
And the way people post
No
these days,
information on your employer that I can make report some of these comments to.
very touchable.
You talking about beating me up for a Wayne comment?
Oh, for real?
That's on there. Look on my page.
Mm.
Oh, look on the podcast page. I posted them all today. There were comments. A dude was like, "Yeah, she need her ass beat."
I'm sorry.
Mm.
Because of a
A nigga who was in a picture with Mike Epps. Tag Mike Epps in that too. Shout out to you, bro. You the company you keep. Watch
y'all
out.
are weird.
It was comments like, one of them was like, do I tell you how to put on your makeup? Stay in your lane.
You talk about music.
It is so interesting to me how, in any case, right? Because we're not just talking about these Lil Wayne comments today. We've been going viral for a little while. I'm noticing a very consistent pattern.
Yeah.
And it is very interesting to me how quickly the comments switch from whether agreeing or disagreeing about the point specifically into attacking me specifically. It always becomes about, why does this woman have an opinion? Who does she think she is?
Oh no.
It always boils down to that. Chaz, no, I'm not lying.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas slip into misogyny so easily, which tells me it was already
about
there.
to say, yeah.
But you don't
that
say
was
these
there
things
already.
in public. You don't say them out loud. You don't say them at your job because you know the consequence of them. But you think you can come on the internet and say them to me. Right? Because
We
you
should at
don't
them.
understand consequence.
Mm.
Because you're a child.
Damn.
When
Damn.
people do not learn consequence, they grow into adults who have no discipline. When you become an adult with no discipline, you become an elder with nothing. These are the years that train the rest of your life. What are you doing at 35? Who are you? What do you have? What have you accumulated? That's real shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck you think you're gonna be doing at 60. You want to still be working then? You're not building nothing in your 30s. This is the years I'm building. These are the years I'm growing. And I feel like a lot of people jump in the comments too on random things.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with this. And like challenge like what I do in life. Like I host a podcast for a living or
So
something.
you think do you think that's part of your responsibility to give consequences? Because for the world, for the benefit of doubt for the world, they never been taught how to love, how to have discipline and this, that, and the third, because
Yeah.
there's science to it. So do you think that's part of responsibility because you are aware
Yeah.
that damn, that's what's missing?
Yeah.
How do I give back the
Yeah. I really genuinely believe that. Like, truly speaking, if you get embarrassed on Instagram one good time, you'll change the way you're talking to women.
You will.
You'll think about that.
Because people can
You
see
might
that.
be getting ready to say that, man, this is exactly why we shouldn't have voted for Trump. And then you'll stop yourself. So yeah, I do think like outside of the concept of like sparing a rod and spoiling a child, like a part of love is rebuke.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the word. Chaz know I ain't lying. And Chaz know I know my shit. You rebuke children when they make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, they'll think they did nothing wrong. This is okay, and they'll do it again. If I don't spank your hand after you touch that hot stove, you'll mess around and come back in here and do it again. Because the fact that this hurts you is not enough to stop you. That's how people are built from childhood. If a child puts his hand on a hot stove and I don't stop it, he'll do it again, even knowing that it hurt him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't snatch him up from jumping off that couch because he did just watch wrestling, and now the nigga think he the Undertaker from the 80s. Even if he fall off this couch and break his arm, he's liable to do the stupid shit again because children don't have the complexity of intellect and emotion to connect pain to general consequence on their own. Someone else has to pull them up and say, hey, don't do that again.
Yeah. And
now, is that a spanking or is that a talking to? Now, that's depending on the action behind it.
Yeah.
Right? So I ain't giving these niggas no spanking.
So that raises the question, how do, as a man, right? Because I'm in person with stuff, right? In real life, behind the scenes.
Right.
But over the internet, to me, I'm not about to go on the typing war with no other man.
Right.
But how do men, because men do have to be the ones to spank the hands to say, no, that's not where it's at.
Well, what is?
But again, real men, we're not going to sit on the internet and, typing no shit on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but how do you, I'm just posing to all this, what to you, would y'all like to see men do that more? You know
what? I think that's a good question. I think that the lack of protection that women specifically receive, right? Because I can't speak about the lack of protection amongst Black men because I'm not one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think specific to the lack of protection that happens amongst women, I have seen so many videos, and Gigi, I know you have too, where like a woman is just outside, right? Grocery store, parking lot, parking garage, party, and some nigga assaults her in some way.
Yeah.
A way that he thinks is small, minimum, cute, sexy, right? Greatly offensive to her.
Yeah.
And he gets into it with this girl, and it's 20 niggas standing all around watching.
And nobody does
a thing. Nobody says a word. Mm-hmm. But you know what they do?
Get their phone out. Mm-hmm. I saw something like that today.
And be talking through the video. Yeah. That's the crazy thing about it. I see a lot of this stuff getting taped by grown men who talking through the video. Oh man, look y'all. Damn. Oh shit, he about to swing on her. Yeah. These grown men. You talk about wanting to be there in real life. That's how you show up for people.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the same time too, right? Because I want to be fair, right? I'm a balanced person, Chaz. You know that. So to be fair though, I remember I was 19 years old. My first boyfriend. There was a fight outside of his barbershop. Right? Nobody went out there to help that girl. I mean, he beat the shit out of her.
He beat a girl.
I witnessed a man beat a woman nearly to death in front of a barbershop when I was 19 years old. Right? It's probably 6-7 barbers in here working, right? Evening shift. No man stepped outside. No man said a word. No man did a thing. And the crazy thing about it was, I went to call the police, obviously, right? And the dude put my hand on my phone. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, man, we don't want them to know, like, we was the ones calling the police. They can't come in here and like take no statement. You don't know who that dude is. He mess around, come in here and kill all of us for trying to defend that woman. Yeah. And I remember that conversation very vividly. It broke my heart. It still does. But I do see that as like part of the motive why, some men don't jump in. Yeah. But I think the other part of it is just a lot of these dudes soft. Like, they cool with beating up on a woman, or like Dean the Great is a good example of that for me. Like a midget with an ego.
The streamer guy.
The streamer. Right? Yeah. Dean has no respect for anybody, not even himself. He ain't taking his own boxing career seriously, and he gonna lose that fight. I'm watching this nigga's training. I'm watching it.
With Adrian, right?
He's training with Adrian right now for some fight. You gotta make him get up in the morning. He getting mad at AB for not waking him up. He talking trash about AB brother, so the team don't want to train with him anymore. They coming in the morning, get the workout done before he get there. Now you working out by yourself, and you clearly have no idea what you're doing. Keyshawn came in there, whooped up on him, and was just playing with him. I'm talking about, and didn't throw a single real shot and was beating his ass. And I think like Dean the Great, to me, my first encounter with him like online was he was outside. He smacked a woman on the ass. That woman was very upset about that. She got in his face a little bit and he was ready to beat the shit out of her. Like, I think the only reason it didn't get more serious is because his cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
But he was very upset that like, cause I think she ended up like smacking him or something like that. And he was ready to fight that girl. And it was like, bitch, why the fuck would you put your hands on me, bitch? Cause you know that's how he talk. And it's like, she like, nigga, you assaulted me.
Right.
No, the fuck I did. All I did was smack you in the ass. There are a lot of young guys, just as stupid, just as ignorant, just as handsome, just as charming, who get away with that kind of shit. And he is my perfect example of everything I've been saying. Handsome privilege. Cute, he's charismatic. You see why people watch his streams, you get it. But Dean got darkness in him. I don't care what nobody's saying. I don't think them streams cute. I don't think it's funny, and I can't wait until it collapses. I hope that AB is able to take this, thrive, and it seems like he getting hip day by day. It seems like he using Dean now to build up his stuff so he can go, which is why he paying more attention to the numbers and why like Dean like won't let him use his cameraman and AB he ain't dumb as he looking. He's sure enough catching on. But I can't stand Dean the Great. I think he's a terrible example.
It's a lot of those streamers like that. That's sad.
But I think that mentality that he walks around with, this level of entitlement, because like I'm handsome and people like me and I'm popular and that means I can do anything I want. I think that's a mentality that a lot of people carry. Yeah. Bitches too. I ain't saying it's just dudes.
No, I mean, because becoming dudes, because now if you see the world, the roles are being flipped.
Yeah.
So now dudes, majority is acting out how women was in the past.
They the princesses, they the prize.
How the men are in the past.
I've heard that.
You know what I'm saying? So the roles is being flipped.
I don't like
Why
that.
do you think that is? I know you got a spiritual explanation for this.
I don't even know if there is there a spiritual explanation as to why the roles have reversed the way?
Social engineering, but that's a topic. But then that's another topic nobody wants to get into either, right? So the question is, can we really go be healed if we don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation?
No, absolutely not.
Social engineering. Even back from, I'm not going to go verbatim, but even back when the women's suffrage movement, the
suffragette movement.
Now, I always start with, men fell since the beginning of time. We let our guard down. And that when you talk about Adam and Eve and stuff, we should have been on guard to stop the serpent to get in her ear. Okay. I know, so I always falls on us. But then over time, social engineering happened. How can we flip the roles and get the man away and raise because no nation can rise higher than this woman. So if you let them shower you with whatever, that your heart desires, now you've seen how the world is turning out because we've been put to sleep.
Which started very specifically, more targetedly during the Hoover era. You know your shit. So Hoover era is like 50s, 60s, 70s, right? So 50s, 60s, 70s, when you look at like the culture of it, right? It's disco, it's music, it's coke, right? But that didn't get us out of there quite fast enough. It wasn't working. It wasn't working quickly enough. It wasn't separating men from the homes. It wasn't putting us in jail fast enough. It wasn't destructive enough quickly enough. Yeah. And so, they put some crack in our neighborhood. And that was what they used to then destroy. And it became the catalyst for everything else, right? Because at that point in time, I want to say it's much higher now. But in, let's say 94, 64%, this isn't like in the 90s, 64% of those on welfare and public assistance in this country were white. That number is higher now. And so it was a time where as a white person, you could use public assistance to like rebuild your life, right? Right. George Clinton was on public assistance in Arkansas.
Their men get to stay in the house.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Their men get to stay in the house. But in a black household, if you want section out, you can't have a man in the house. Yeah. If you have a man and a woman in the house, they cut your benefits. So like I'm seeing that now. Like my exit situation was like that. Like whenever they come around to check, you get step off and gotta get up out of there. It's really crazy.
It's
so what do you think? So when you saw engineer, what do you think happens to the man, right? Even now, right? Men has to produce, right? Which we supposed to be doing. So we got to create opportunities and jobs for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But we have to still have a helpmate Y'all are the ones that help console, give advice to, help us build the world how it should be.
Foundation.
But if it's a disconnect between us two,
it'll never happen.
Yeah, but you got to think how the men was coming up. They out here, out in the streets, trying to figure it out by nature, but they don't have their natural advisor next to them to do so.
For sure.
So now they're growing up, unbalanced, undisciplined,
and their plan works so much better than they ever could have considered, because you're not just destroying like his direct advisor and his father. Now you're destroying his uncles, all his brothers in jail, all his cousins going to jail, and all his friends dying. So so I feel what you're saying, Chaz. Like, I just want to make sure we emphasize that. Like, it's not just like the person right next to you. It's generations that were destroyed by this. And so I think like the impact of it all, like Jim Crow to now, like I'm really seeing it. Like, and I do think it's the catalyst for why there's this disconnect between men and women. We need each other.
We definitely need each other.
What world are y'all living in? Like, listen,
social media.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. While I think as a woman, it is safer to live in a world that's only women.
Of course.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we need our men.
We need men. Yeah. Like, we need male perspective. Quite frankly, I feel safe with mine. So, like, I think that there are tangible things. And I think some of the complaint with men is that we only see the value in the tangible things, right? Protect, provide, service. Yeah. And I think that too is propaganda. One, because there's this concept of like tradition versus like modern in these relationships, right? And so traditional is like she cooks, she cleans, and takes care of the home and the children. But there's this like modern twist to it, because you want me to do all that and pay half the bills. Right?
They do.
So my whole thing is like, we had a show before New Year's Eve, right? Gender roles. Right. I think that there are things that I am just inclined to do, right? Just because of tutelage of training, the way my parents are, the way I've, you know, like kind of adapted since I bought a home. So I'm domesticated, not because I feel like I owe that to somebody, or conversely, because I have a problem with doing it for somebody. That's just how I was raised. It's nothing other than that. It has nothing to do with like, and my parents have been married forever, but it has nothing to do with this concept of like traditional versus modern, because in my house, everybody did everything.
Right. Yep.
My father can cook. My father can grill his ass off. My father good with his hands. He can build you a door, a deck, whatever. But also like my father's a very emotionally sensitive person.
I love
and so
that.
I'm a very emotionally sensitive person. I get that from my father.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up in a house with a man who like only paid the bills. So like, because I didn't grow up in that kind of environment and everybody did everything, sometimes my dad cooked and sometimes my mom cooked. Like sometimes my dad cleaned, sometimes my mom cleaned. And then we got to do our part in all of this. Sometimes I'm going to have to cook. Mom working late and my father tired. Like my brother and them, they out. So like, I believe in domestication, but not because of obligation.
Yeah.
Right. I just think like every adult should know how to cook, clean, and do their laundry.
I wish
I think that's an adult responsibility. And I feel like that's what my parents were training us for, to be adults, not to be servants. And I think that's where we're losing the plot. Like, I can like do all those things for you, want to do all those things for you because I do all those things anyway.
Right.
But like you trying to make it seem like this is my fucking job now. Like that's when your ego get to rising up, yours and mine, right? Your ego rising up, trying to force me into this role of subservience because you don't understand that a man loves his wife the way God loved a church. So like this whole like concept of submission, where you miss the other part of the scripture.
Yeah.
I submit to my husband the way my husband submits to God, but my husband honors and cherishes me the way God honors and cherishes the church. There's an exchange in this.
Yeah, that means simple.
And I feel like that's what we losing.
Yeah.
But what you're not gonna do is come over here and tell me cook, clean, fuck, suck, and then also pay 50% of the bills in this bitch.
I don't never do that.
We're gonna share responsibilities. If we're doing 50-50, we're gonna do it all around. I don't understand why that's a problem.
I mean, it's by nature. I mean, that stuff fall into place really. You know, like now we 100-100. You know what I'm saying? 100-100. We just got business, everything. But submission falls in. The minister Farrakhan did say this He said, brothers, when you speak to your wives, speak to them as if you're talking in front of God. And then he said, sisters, give your husbands grace. So my interpretation is, man, look, we're 2026. You have to know where we are behind enemy lines.
For sure.
This is what it is.
Yep.
Like, all right. So, but when you move like that, like, you know what I'm saying? By default, man, I'm out here in the world, really battling the world for real, being productive. That stuff at home y'all want happens anyway. It falls into place.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you don't have to ask for it. It comes naturally.
And that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
And I feel like that's where it's going off the rails. Because like in a partnership, which is what this is supposed to be.
Yep.
In a partnership, I should be doing my part and you should be doing your part. And those parts can change. Those roles can change where needed. That there needs to be that level of flexibility in a committed adult relationship. Yeah. Like you might not be able to like take the car to get the oil change. Okay, I got it. Like why is this a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like the concept of like egos. Sharing roles. I think that's it. But it's not just on the part of men though.
No. It's the heavy part of men and egos. It's like, no, I'm gonna do it.
That feels unfair.
Doesn't it?
No, that feels unfair what you're saying.
Why does it feel unfair what I'm saying?
Because I think that ego is a part on the issue of men and women. I think that women have arrived, for lack of a better phrase. And I think that there is not a masculine energy, which is the way they always phrase it on the internet, which I think is ridiculous because every person has masculine and feminine traits.
We all have both. I hate when people say that one.
The understanding and clarification and genuine emotional intelligence, those are typically female traits. So if you happen to have a husband who has those things, is he feminine? No, it's just understanding.
Right.
So the concept of like me being able to go out here, get shit done and handle business, that being masculine is crazy. Yeah. No, I can make sure that we're good.
Yeah, no.
If things fall off with my man, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we talking about? But I think that like there's this issue of like, I think the female ego comes into play. I think some of it is projection. You've had a lot of really bad experiences with men. And so I think there's a level of sensitivity that exists with women where really the manifestation of your hurt comes out as like your ego. You're not really all that nice to this guy. And you're not really all that understanding of this guy. And you don't know how to soften when he needs it. And you don't know how to nurture, right? But you think that because you have degrees and money and accomplishments, that who you are as a person doesn't matter in this situation. That you don't still need to be able to nurture and sometimes cater to a man based on like just your femininity. I think that's important. And I do think that a lot of women have gotten hurt or conversely have actually arrived. Like, nah, they doing bullshit. And they genuinely feel like they don't need these niggas. Right? And so I think like you can get to a space where it's like you doing all your own shit. You feel like you don't need a nigga. You ain't really been like locked in with one. Yeah. So you're out of practice in terms of how to communicate, in terms of like how to be patient, in terms of how to actively listen, in terms of how to be accountable, right? You out of practice.
Accountability.
And I do think like people who haven't been in relationships for a long time, I've noticed like they're kind of weird to deal with.
They are. Honestly. And annoying.
Like I met a guy recently who only had one girlfriend in life. He's 40. He'll be 41 this month. And so I was like, wow, right? And that relationship was some time ago. And it's just like I was listening to him with regard to like his like, kind of like growth mindset, like what he's trying to accomplish right now, what he wants to do, what he wants to be, the areas that he feels like he needs to improve before he could offer a woman anything.
Okay.
And I like dug it, right? I really supported it. Here's where it went left. There was a moment where the things that he named, right, these points of improvement, which were all great, just, learning how to cook and, being more social and learning to be like more of an active listener, more understanding, a better communicator, not shutting down when things go wrong. These were great, amazing goals, right? But then I think where I was like, okay, it's getting weird. It felt like each and every one of those goals was tied to shit she said he wasn't doing. Now, that's not the same as you reorganizing your life, looking at yourself honestly and truly, taking the meat from that situation and leaving the bone. Everything that you trying to fix is because that bitch didn't like that shit. So that tell me like you either still in love with her and you haven't really dealt with that, and like you trying to fix this so you can like spin the bin and be like, look at me now, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like none of your goals seem like none of your goals seem like yours. They all seem like shit she said you didn't do. And so now you're doing them. And like, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world.
No.
But my concern for me personally, I feel like any goal, ambition, or desired intent that I have that's tied to another person, when that person is not there, a lot of times like the motivation leaves because the discipline wasn't there to begin with, because it was never about me. And it was never about God's purpose for me. That's another thing. There's a disconnect there with him. And I think that that's always going to pose a little bit of a problem. But
good.
Smart. Let the shit go.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't. Let shit be. You know, as soon as a nigga say that, I'm about it anyway, baby. Like, as soon as a nigga be like, I promise you, the minute that he said, I mean, well, yeah, I believe in God.
The voice.
But I don't know about the Bible or the Word or the Quran or any of that. Like, I'm like, all right, okay, this is okay. Let's
exit stage left.
Like the moment you don't have because for me, and this is real talk. Yeah. Like, because it was a mistake that I made in the past. And so now I know. I think all of my past relationships, if I'm really looking at them, we weren't equally yoked. I'm not a spiritual person, and I don't like people referring to me like that. I'm a Christian and a believer in Christ. That's where I'm at. And so I think for me, it's very important that we have a source of truth. When we have a problem, and we're going to have problems, right? Because that's what I'm realizing relationships really are. Not preventing problems, but just learning how to deal with them.
How to handle it.
Right? How do we maneuver around this? We're going to always have some problems. There's always going to be something going on. We got to learn how to handle this better, handle it together, get stronger together. Right? I heard Chad say something like that recently. And so for me, it's like, all right, well, if that's going to be the concept that we're going behind, we need a source of truth to be able to come back to when my ego is a little bit in the way, when my feelings are a little bit in the way. I'm sensitive. I can be very emotional. You know what I'm saying? And so we need a source of truth for if I'm being sensitive, emotional, and you being egotistical and out your mind. So that's for me is always going to be a big issue. If we don't have a source of truth, I don't know where we go when we have a real problem. Because some of these problems are going to be bigger than us. There are going to be problems that your therapy and your manifestation and your meditation, all of these things that I do and believe in, by the way, they're not going to be enough. We need God in this situation. We got to be able to pray our way through this thing. And somebody that can't pray with you, to pray y'all through this situation. I'm praying for him. He praying for me. We praying for each other. If that source of truth does not exist, I don't know how we're going to fix the larger problems. And I'm not finna stay here with you and mess around.
Because what is worth that?
I ain't dealing with it.
It ain't worth that.
And I'm going to be real with you. Like, no man is perfect, including these Christians. Lord knows. But
heavy on the part.
But I do think like you acknowledge men who are genuinely trying. And you can tell.
Absolutely.
There's a genuine like energy. There's and also like the pattern changes. Men are pattern based. And so you watch him long enough, but it all comes out, right? Like something changed and like, oh, he goes to the gym at this time every day. He eats breakfast around this time every day. This is usually what he likes around this time of the week. This is the time he watches this. This is when he reads this. This is when he prays. This is when he like meditates. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's always hiccups in anybody's day. But like this is what I'm saying when I say studying somebody. Right? That's how you know you care about them. I need to learn the routines because I'm going to be part of them. So when I start noticing hiccups in the patterns, like he'll never stay at the gym this long. She'll never be out with her girlfriends this long.
Or this often.
Ooh. When she start wearing less and going out more, baby, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. The
pattern recognition that I have now is top tier, and I contribute that to God and therapy. Like last year when I was going through everything, like I literally was like, how do I? And
that's what I'm saying.
You gotta find it for yourself.
I got the data believer, baby. And here's the thing, right? There's levels to that too. Be real with it, you know what I'm saying? I'm Chaz, no, don't get up here and tell no lies, baby. I'm a carnal Christian. All right? Get out here and tell the truth. I'm a carnal Christian. I'm sorry, Jesus. But you know I don't lie, especially not to you. I got things I'm working on, right?
Okay.
But what's good at the core of me is like I care about people.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't, You ain't finna talk to me, no type of, you know what I'm saying? You gonna watch how you talking, you gonna watch how you acting, you gonna watch how you maneuvering. And I am like a focused individual. I'm an ambitious person and I got shit going on. So I don't have time for nobody to be pulling me in nothing that endangers what I worked for. So like you got to be a believer. But I done dated some believers and I'm like, man, I don't know, man. He might be too church from the baby. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, I got to be real about it. Like, he might be like, I ain't gonna lie. This is, I was doing my thing for a little bit, so it took me a little second, right? And so I was talking to this guy and I'll never forget this. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm moving kind of slow. It's Sunday, right? I'm going to church. Mm-hmm. I would typically get to church around, church starts at 10:30. I typically get there like around 11:15. Mm-hmm, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm getting dressed, right? Mind you, also, my church is like 7 minutes from the house too. So I'm like, so he like, what time you gonna get to church? So I said probably like 11 today. Like, yeah, because
he goes to church with you.
No, he does not go to my church. Okay, right? I wouldn't. Forgive me, Jesus. You don't shit with me. But anyway, but
go ahead.
I'm just saying.
I was saying it in my head. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. But like, so I was, getting
go ahead.
Oh double entendre, baby. I'm Jay-Z, baby.
Ain't supposed to be like that. Go ahead. All right,
you know she be rapping.
I'm just saying, what I'm saying? So look, right? So I'm getting ready. I'm on my way to church. I'm literally 5 minutes away. Mm-hmm. So he like, what time you gonna get there? I'm like, it take me a little while in the shower. That's kind of like the longest part of my morning. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna get there around 11. So he's like, dang, that's kind of late, right? I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Nope. Damn. Too church for me. Nope.
Why he can't?
Right? So I ain't like the way he said it.
He can't be on point.
Nah, I don't like the way he said it.
Get the whole.
I don't like the way he said it.
Part of discipline.
Nah, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
He was being a leader.
Right, being a leader.
I wasn't ready, and he was bold. I wasn't really fucking with it. But.
Goodbye.
Damn, bro.
Goodbye.
Not a fan.
No ball, brother.
So you wanna believe it look like Lil Wayne? Huh?
Nah. I want to believe it. They got a haircut. That's all I want. I want to believe it with a haircut. That's it. And I would like it if your shit didn't start back here. That'd be nice. I mean, what God got for me is what God got for me. But if it's based on current events, I'm good.
He said, "I like what I like."
Yeah, man, so I feel bad for these men. They get that balloon pop, they be good, man. But damn, because
yeah.
So if it's receded, absolutely shave it, please. I don't see anything wrong with a shaved head.
No, this isn't.
You got the balloon.
No.
I want.
So listen, right?
He coming to the show with the receded and not the shave. I'm popping.
No, here's the thing, right? Some men like. I get it, right? We talked to Watts and stuff about that, right? Mm-hmm. About how hard it is for men to let it go. You understand? Uh-huh. Like we took that into consideration. We heard you. We're sorry, right? Because we could just throw a wig on and you. I mean, y'all can too now. You willing to pay the price, but
literally,
y'all could throw your you know what I'm saying? Y'all could throw your toupee on. It's all good for everybody. Listen. Don't listen to Chaz, baby. Let your soul glow. I'm with whatever you with. Let your soul glow, okay? But fine with it. I really am.
Wig and night.
I think it's cute. Like, whatever. If someone snatch it
with the lace run,
as soon as he take his toupee off, snatch it, stink.
If he asks you for some glue, you gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad.
No,
you're gonna be mad.
I don't like bald niggas.
But see the band.
There are a lot of women who do. This is, it's just an individual person. Who cares what I think? You know what I'm saying? I don't even got good taste in music. I don't like Lil Wayne. Why would you want to? You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, she's trying me. Like, it's crazy.
I don't think Lil Wayne's top 5.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's hard with good men out here.
Nah, it really is though. But I'm gonna be. I ain't mean to say it like that.
No, it is.
No. Listen. This is the truth, right? Because conversely, right? Ooh, like I don't want to date a man that's bald.
Yeah.
Y'all be dating fat girls?
They're not fat, they thick.
No, we're not talking about your Jill Scott fantasy.
Oh, my bad.
We're talking about real big girls. Y'all dating them?
That don't count.
Nah, daddy's niggas are.
What? Explain.
What's the
explain.
Difference?
Is bald a natural occurrence in life?
Yes. So it could be genetic.
Now, is obesity really natural? Stop it.
Okay. This is what I have
Come
to
on,
say.
man.
I don't believe in
Genetic.
big bones.
Come on,
However,
man.
Genetic.
it's all
Yes.
Come
genetic.
on.
Genetic.
But you can work on your weight. You can work on your hairline
Facts.
naturally.
So you just answered the question.
well.
Boom. She just answered it right there.
So why
You can,
wouldn't
you can work on the obese. I'm
You're
saying
right.
obese.
Here's the thing.
Because you obesity, Jesus ain't have obesity in front of him.
who?
Jesus.
Why?
Y'all be playing, bro. Y'all be
First
playing.
of all, don't you dare use my Lord for this. For what you got going on. That's what's
I'm
carnality.
just saying.
That's what's
I'm saying.
Get your
And
calling it
I'm not
carnal.
body shaming. I'm not doing that neither.
Feels a bit like it,
But
Chad.
the answer, I'm showing her the difference. One is different than the other. One
They
is
are different.
one you're talking about health.
But because some big people
I'm using the word obesity.
but what she said fat.
Yes, in fact, you say obese.
Fat. We'll say
Those are different.
She just being
Well,
politically correct.
maybe.
No,
Obesity.
I'm not, don't put
Obesity.
words in my mouth.
Obesity.
And don't mansplain
You know-
obesity to me either. Don't come over here mansplaining shit.
You know.
No.
You know.
No.
So
And by the way, you already answered it, by the way.
if they are fat, I feel like
So what he's saying is, I should settle
But
for this
no,
ball, this ball receding the headline,
But not
Terry
the fat girl.
Crews,
And
looking
I'm
motherfucker.
not saying pop
But
the
you
balloon
shouldn't take
because
that
the
back
big
up to
girl
the
neither.
gym.
I'm not saying pop the balloon because she big, because you
Okay.
can take her to the gym, work her out.
what if she's healthy and
so
she
if
likes
you
her
have the
size?
if she have the mindset, this is what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying.
If she
Niggas
have
don't
the
care about your
mindset,
mind.
no.
They care about your waist size.
If she have the, but that's shallow. I'm giving you the shallow stuff.
I mean, we like to understand.
But if we talking like I'm just using pop the balloon reference,
Yeah.
I wouldn't pop it just because she's big. But if the mindset says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just keep," it don't matter.
But
then
if she
hell
says
no.
that the doctor says I'm healthy.
Just no, you know good and well that's not a real
So you
thing.
cannot be big and be healthy under any circumstances.
You know it's a
Yes or no? Yes or no? I don't need a short answer.
What?
It's
You
true
struggle.
or false,
You
nigga.
struggle.
Not
Because
short
the
answer.
doctors will
True
say,
or false?
Yes, you are big.
Can
but
you
are
be
healthy.
large and be healthy? True or false?
100% no. You came in here and started the show. I need to lose weight. Why? You're not big.
But
Why
that's
do you not? Come on. There's more than a
We don't
personal
have to-
preference. It's more than a personal
You don't have
preference.
to put it against me.
Yo,
though.
no, y'all both came on and said, I need to lose weight. Even do I. It's not a personal preference. It's part of personal preference.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
more than anything, you want to be your optimal self, healthy, 100%.
Yeah.
And it takes a certain weight requirement to be 100% healthy as Mia, as G, as Chaz. So when I say, in a big scheme of things, no pun intended, no pun intended, that it has more to do with health. A bald man, it has nothing to do with health. That's just a natural as we age. That happens. That has
Nah,
nothing to do-
that's a recessive gene.
That has
That's a
nothing-
recessive gene. And
No, if they're getting bald, if they're laterally balding at 28, then yeah, stop eating McDonald's, my guy. All that type.
I'm the middle child.
Question. All right, let me flip the script. real quick.
Answers.
for
Yes.
shows.
Would you rather be accepted, because this is a segue, or would you rather be authentic?
I'd rather be authentic. I want 100%, need 100% to be my whole self. And if nobody accepts me, I'm God's child and I'm okay with that.
Absolutely authentic. Nobody like me anyway. I don't care.
I love you. We all love you.
Mhm.
Who cares?
We don't care about who wasn't there.
Here's the thing. Facts. Like
You know.
it's a lot of people, not everybody, obviously, but,
No,
but
of
it's a lot of people that don't like me. I don't know who they are. They never show their faces. I never see them outside.
It don't matter.
Frankly, like most of them can't afford to be no women. I never see y'all at the airport. So it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
I desire to be myself. And I take on any consequence that comes with that. And it does get me in trouble sometimes, which is how I know I need to grow in very specific areas. And it's
Yeah.
always like it's like almost like failing a very specific test. And so I'm growing out of it this time around. Like I'm having talks with God. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it this time.
I'm
We ain't going
rooting
through
for
this.
you.
We ain't going through this again. Like I see it now
See?
and I'm moving past it. This is what I'm saying. Like
Growth.
I see what you're saying with, you know what I'm saying, that weird nigga, but I seen other things. Right? Because men are pattern based. So there's like these things you say as far as the areas that you're trying to grow in, and then there's the patterns that I see. And that's how I know you now who you say you are. That this is about a woman. Because that's why you can't be consistent. Because it ain't really about what you want for yourself, for your personal growth. It's about proving this whole wrong.
Oh.
Mhm.
That's tough.
I mean, he is, trying to be accepted, of course. But
yeah, like that's the difference. Like that's a person who wants to be accepted.
Yeah.
I would rather be authentic, and I think it's easier, to be, more common cup of tea.
But their problem again is being authentic now is posing a problem because it's men and women don't understand each other.
Yeah.
So when men is saying I'm masculine and they're not being understood, they can't be authentic.
No.
Guess it depends on the woman. I feel like there's somebody out here who gonna understand this, but I think, as I say all the time, there's somebody out here who understands exactly what you want, exactly what you need, and can give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't like what she look
At
like.
40 though, there you go.
Y'all don't like what she look like. There is a woman who can provide everything.
She just don't like how you bald. She could be that one for you, but she don't like you bald, bro. Damn.
You better show her with a lace front. She don't mind.
See, you know what I'm saying? It really be like that though.
She got the glue in the nightstand. We all do.
Some of this feels like it's targeted at me.
I know a good brother,
He bald as fuck.
He bald. Good brother.
Are we playing matchmaker?
Good brother,
Uh-oh.
He bald.
Oh.
But he's not as what some would deem as, he got swag.
No.
That doesn't bother me.
But
I've upgraded. No. Don't do that. Don't do that, Chaz. Don't do that. I don't care if a nigga got swag or not. I really
you
don't.
dress better than him. You cool, right?
Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm
gonna tell you why. Real shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right? I'm gonna be real with you. I can tell you why. 9 times out of 10, if let's say, let me be specific about this. If he was the kind of person that's like, I don't need no help, then no, this is not gonna work because you can't be around me dressing like that. But what I have found, I'm talking 90% of the time in almost every relationship I've ever had, men are very malleable. If men like the way that you dress, they think you got a little something, they're open to ideas. They'll ask you.
Yeah.
So like I've upgraded it's a lot of niggas owe me a thank you call right now. Like it was a lot of swagless niggas that I upgraded just because like they were malleable, they were open, and they didn't mind suggestions. Yeah. And I think it's a lot of men like that. And I think men are much better at taking that kind of criticism than women are. I will say that.
Okay, I believe that.
Because I think I could tell a man like, baby, I think you need to try a new haircut. Like, baby, your barber, he not it. Like, let me try to find someone else. Like, let me find somebody on TikTok. Like, you gonna wear that shirt? You gonna wear that shirt tonight? Come on, come upstairs. Let me show you something. Like, you just gotta make it cute. Like, you make it cute. He with it.
In that instance, as far, especially when you meet later in life, you gotta do stuff. You just gotta buy it. You don't really even gotta say it.
That. I've done that. I've been like, oh, I like this. I don't want him to wear those. I'm about him these. Yeah, I'd be like, look what I got you. And it's like, now this is the thing.
That's what I did with the last.
Do these Italian shit.
Nah, I ain't doing that shit no more. That shit got me in trouble. Nah, I did that with the last broke ass nigga. I ain't buying shit else. Nope.
What you think about me?
Yeah, I sent him a link. There you go. That was a good suggestion. Yeah. Like, I send a nigga a link. I ain't buy y'all nigga shit. I know. But
you live and you learn.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think like men are just more open to that. Whereas women, it's like, babe, like, I don't like your hair. Like,
I don't know if they know how to say stuff to us.
Here's the thing though, right? We think listen,
I've never had this issue, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all for a hot second, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck for a sec, right? I truly believe that as women, we think we're being softer, more sensitive, more gentle, more understanding than we actually are sometimes, right? So you're saying this to him in a way that you think is kind and gentle and that he will be receptive to. If you were to, something my mother told me, and I've been using it. She said, when your daddy and I first got married, sometimes he would say like, I ain't like how you talk to me, or I ain't like how you said that. So she said what she started doing was like, if she was like starting to get upset, they were going to have a conversation about it. She would like take a tape recorder and record herself and then go back and listen to it. Do you hear how you sound on this? Like, are you who you thought you were in that moment?
Yeah.
And so like, for me, like that's what I do. Like I do a lot of like voice notes, and I always listen back to it first before I send it off, so I can like see like do I sound the way I think I sound? Am I being as calm as considerate like as I hope I'm being? Like so I think like that's a method that I've been really trying to try to like kind of break down some of the walls of communication and like you know
the mom
same actually
she gets it, bro. That's why she's been married.
That's helpful.
I come from a very healthy I come from a healthy household. Shout out to my parents, man. But you know, none of it keeps you from fucking up. No, that's what y'all be thinking. See, that's what y'all niggas that ain't got no parents be thinking. You be thinking like, oh, I need a girl that come from a 2-parent household. Them bitches fucked up too. Like I don't know. That's not. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like you niggas need to grow up. Like it's fucked up shit everywhere. Like, she's not saved from it because she has a mommy and a daddy.
Because like, women think the same about guys as well.
No, I never. Thought that.
He got a dad in his life.
I never thought that.
He lived with his mom.
I never thought that. I've never thought that.
I've never thought that.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I learned it too early in life. To know, this isn't true. Because I think my very first experience with that was I had dated a guy when I was 17. Right, I'm from Upper Marlboro, and I'm dating this dude. Live right around the corner from where I live right now, Chaz. I could walk over there now. So I'm dating this little hood nigga. No goals, no future. Like just
17,
right? Wilding. And so I think like looking back on that situation, it just I don't know. You make so many mistakes when you're young.
Absolutely, that's when you're supposed to make them.
So much. Thinking you so smart. Thinking you so clever. I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but
shout out to mom. She know, man. You know, she know what it is. Y'all can cut up. Y'all can really cut men up.
Yeah, without even realizing it. Sometimes without caring. Like, honestly,
I heard the minister. You
and they tell a nigga to man up.
May as well put him in the frying pan, fry him now.
I'm telling you.
I feel like that's what I did before, but
I've done it for sure. You know. I did it this week in those comments.
And with that,
last one. All right, last one. This is for y'all in the audience. Would you rather lose 10 years chasing the wrong dream or never had discovered your real purpose at all?
Ooh. Gigi?
I hate to say it, but I would say the 10 years. I would absolutely want to discover my purpose. So yeah, I would take the 10 because 10 years go by pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think I would do that because it's about learning and all the things. That's what I would choose.
No question, in 10 years, I already did it.
Listen.
I was doing music in 2014. It's 2026. I just now figured it out. 2 years into this. 10 years into that process, I was like, we should do a podcast. Chaz, what you think? And 2 years later, voila. Pissing y'all off. And on that we getting up out of here, baby.
Yep.
Listen, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We love y'all. I think for us, it's important to make sure we give y'all something real at the end of all this. I mean, we've been giving you that real this whole episode for real. That's the beauty of us being able to just kind of talk sometimes. But I want everybody watching this to remember, like, it doesn't matter who doesn't believe in you. It doesn't matter who doesn't like you. It doesn't matter who doesn't respect you. It doesn't matter who doesn't show up. God has you always. And he did not bring you this far to leave you. You survived every day before this one. Keep going. I'm Mia Was Here, host of You Weren't There podcast, and I'm going to let my co-host close it out, man.
Oh, all right, G, I see you. I'm Chaz DL, man. Listen, man, it's been a pleasure. It was fun being back. I'll be gone in a couple weeks again, but
look at our shirts.
Yeah, shout out. Man, You Weren't There podcast, man.
Merch.
You already know what it is, man. Like, share, and subscribe. You already.
See you next time.
Peace.
We love y'all, man. God bless. Haters too.